Gender roles and gender identity are closely related concepts, but they refer to different aspects of a person's experience with gender. Gender roles are the expectations and behaviors that society assigns to individuals based on whether they are perceived as male or female. These roles are shaped by culture, tradition, and social norms. For example, in many societies, men are expected to be strong, independent, and the primary providers for their families, while women are often expected to be nurturing, caring, and responsible for household tasks. However, gender roles are not fixed. They can change over time and vary across cultures, showing that they are socially constructed rather than biologically determined. Gender roles and gender identity are important concepts that help us understand how people see themselves and how society expects them to behave. Gender roles refer to the behaviors, responsibilities, and expectations that society assigns to individuals based on whether they are considered male or female. These roles are influenced by culture, tradition, and social norms, and they can change over time. On the other hand, gender identity refers to a person's internal sense of their own gender. It is how individuals personally understand and define themselves, whether as male, female, both, neither, or somewhere along a spectrum. Gender identity is deeply personal and may or may not align with the sex a person was assigned at birth. For instance, a person who was assigned female at birth may internally identify as male, female, or another gender. This sense of identity develops through personal awareness and experience rather than through societal expectations alone. Gender identity, on the other hand, is a person's internal sense of who they are in relation to gender. It is how individuals personally identify, whether as male, female, both, neither, or another gender. Gender identity is deeply personal and may or may not match the sex assigned to a person at birth. The main difference between gender roles and gender identity lies in where they come from. Gender roles are external and are imposed by society, while gender identity is internal and comes from within the individual. Although gender roles can influence how people express themselves, they do not determine a person's true gender identity. Understanding the distinction between these two concepts helps promote respect for individual differences and encourages a more inclusive view of gender in society. Understanding gender roles and gender identity helps promote respect, equality, and acceptance in society. By learning about these concepts, we can better appreciate diversity and support a more inclusive community where everyone is free to express themselves and be who they truly are.